Hello everyone. So today we are going to see about the power system simulation lab. In that we are having the program called estimation of tariff based on load curve. So what is actually the tariff? How we are going to calculate these tariff based on load curve? So that we are going to see in this lecture, okay, in this video. So here estimation of tariff based on load curve. So tariff means it is a rate at which electricity department they are imposed a rate on the customers for the utilization of the electricity or for the utilization of the electrical energy. So they are going to impose some charge on the customers based on some different criteria. So we are utilizing the electricity or electrical energy which they are supplied by the electrical distribution companies. So they are going to impose some, they are going to pose some electricity charge that we are calling as electricity tariff. So that tariff we are going to calculate here based on load curve. So how the load curve is going to be forms? So with the given data and how tariff needs to be calculated. So we are going to see here. So first, if I consider the problem, let us consider some problem on that, so that we can understand the tariff calculation as well as load curve calculation, and drawing the load curve it is easy by considering the one problem. So first consider some problem. So here you are having a generating station. That generating station has the following daily load curve data. So time is given, time in hours and load in megawatts. Here the time is given, time in hours and load in megawatts. So here the 0 to 6 means morning, night 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock morning, and then again 6 to 10, again 10 to 12. So like that up to 24 hours. So for a single day it is given, and then you are having the load in megawatts. For 0 to 6 hours it is 40 megawatts, and 6 to 10 hours it is 50 megawatts, and then 10 to 12 it is 60 megawatts. So like that it is the data is given. So here they are asking us to calculate or find maximum demand. The first one is maximum demand, and the next one is number of units generated per day, and the third one is apply tariff, calculate monthly bill. So we have to calculate the tariff and monthly bill. We have to calculate how much electricity bill you are going to get. So based on that tariff we have to calculate. So that we are going to calculate theoretically, and we are going to compare that with the program. So we are going to run this program in a MATLAB, and we are going to compare these two values by theoretical and by problematic, and program. With the help of program we are going to calculate that in a MATLAB, and then we are going to compare both. Okay, right. So how to write this program in a MATLAB? So click on MATLAB icon screen which is available on screen, and then click file and then new file, and then M file you have to click, and now there is a window opens, that is editor window. So in that editor window you have to write the program and then save the program. After that there is a output which you are, after that saving the program you have to run the program. So if you run the program, the output is got in the command window, and if you are having any figures you are going to get the output in the figure window, right. That is you are going to get in the scope. Okay. So first we will see the theoretical calculations. So how to calculate these with the help of some problem. So we will see theoretical calculations of maximum demand and number of units generated per day, and tariff how we are going to calculate theoretically. Then we are going to run the program. Okay. Right. Right. So estimation of tariff based on load curve. So we will see theoretical calculations of this estimation of tariff based on load curve. So it is given a generating station has the following data: daily load curve. So daily load curve data. So daily load curve data is given the time in hours and load in megawatts it is given. Okay. So, first we will write the data in a tabular column. Okay. So, first it is given 0 to 6 hours and then it is 6 to 10 hours, 6 to 10, again 10 to 12 and again 12 to 16 and then 16 to 20 and then 20 to 24, 20 to 24. So, it is what the total data for 0 to 6 hours the load is 40 megawatts and 50 megawatts, 6 to 10 and 10 to 12 it is 60 megawatts and 12 to 16 it is 50 megawatts and 16 to 20 it is 70 megawatts and again the last it is 40 megawatts, 40 megawatts. So, these data is given. So, according to this they are asking us to calculate, first one is maximum demand, maximum demand. So, where you are having the maximum peak value, so that maximum demand we have to calculate from the given data. So, first we will draw the load curve and then we are going to calculate the maximum demand. So, how to draw the load curve? So, first consider time on x axis, So, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. So, that is time in hours I am considering on x axis and on y axis I am considering load. Okay. Let us consider 20, 40, 60, 80. So, like that. Okay. So, now see this time in between 0 and 6, in between 0 and 6 the load is 40 megawatts, in between 0 and 6 up to here it is 6. So, up to here load is 40 megawatts, just I am drawing here a line up to 6 megawatts, sorry 6 hours, 6 hours you are having the 40 megawatts. So, after that 6 hours from 6 to 10 it is 50 megawatts, that means the load is increases here from 6 to 10. So, here it is 10, let us consider this as a 6 and it is 10. So, for that it is only 50 megawatts, okay, up to 10. Okay. So, this is up to 10, up to 10 it is 50 megawatts and then 10 to 12 it is 60 megawatts. Again it is increasing the load up to 12. Okay. So, this is up to 12. Okay. Up to 12 you can draw the dotted lines, it is 6, it is up to 10 and this is up to 12. Okay. Up to 12 it is and then 12 to 16 it is again 50, 12 to 16. So, up to 16 it is 50 megawatts and again 16 to 20 it is 70 megawatts, it is increased to 70 megawatts. So, here it is 70 megawatts up to 12 to 16 to 20 it is 70 megawatts. So, this is 70 megawatts up to 20, 20 hours. Okay. So, up to here it is 20 and 70 megawatts, the load is 70 megawatts. Again from 20 to 24 hours of time, that is 40 megawatts. So, again the load is decreased up to 40 megawatts of time. Okay. So, it is up to 24. So, this is what your load curve. So, you can close here, right. So, this is what your load curve has. So, drawing of load curve is like this. So, from the given data only we are just drawing the load curve. So, here from 0 to 6 it is 40, 6 to 10 it is 50, like that you are having the demand. So, here the maximum demand is 70 megawatts, maximum is what, 70 megawatts. So, here they are asking us to find the maximum demand. So, that maximum demand is at 70 megawatts. At what time it is 70 megawatts means? So, if you consider the time 70 megawatts is between 16 to 20 hours, between to 16 to 20 hours the load is 70 megawatts, that is a maximum value. So, that is calculation of maximum demand. Next we are going to calculate number of they are asking number of units generated per day. Number of units generated per day we will calculate that. So, there we are going to calculate here. So, number of units generated per day we will calculate. The second one is number of units generated per day. So, that formula for that is area under load curve. So, area under load curve. So, that area in kilowatt hours under load curve. So, just now we have drawn the load curve. So, what is the area under that load curve we are going to calculate. Okay. So, here in the given data what they have given. So, in between 0 to 6 it is 40 megawatts, and in between 6 to 10 it is 50 megawatts, and in between 10 to 12 it is 60 megawatts, like that he has given. So, how to calculate the area? Area means you have to calculate multiplication of x axis and y axis. So, the values. So, here in kilowatt hours he is asking, but the load is in megawatts. So, that is load is in 10 to the power of 6, but we are calculating the area in kilowatt hours. So, already 10 to the power of 3 is completed here, then you have to multiply with one more 10 to the power of 3 in order to calculate the area under the load curve, and you have to calculate. So, here, so just roughly I am drawing here a load curve. So, because the values which we are very much interested here, so it is, so like this you are having, okay, and again it is increased, that is, so these are the values. So, here it is 6, it is somehow you are having 10, it is 12, it is 16, 20, and it is 24. Okay. So, this is 40, it is 50, 60, it is 70. So, these are the given data. So, according to that, in between 0 and 6, in between 0 and 6 it is 40 megawatt, means 0 to 60, 6 minus 0 is how much? 6. So, 6 into how much it is? 40 megawatts times 6, and load is 40 megawatts, and then in between 6 and 10 you are having 50 megawatts. 6 to 10 is 4, that means 10 minus 6 is 4 into 50, you have to consider that is load, and then again in between 10 to 12, 2, 10 minus 12 minus 10 is 2 into it is how much? 10 to 12 it is 60, 60 plus, and 12 to 16 it is again 50. So, 12 to 16 it is 4, 16 minus 12 is 4, 4 into 50 plus 16 to 20, how much? 70 megawatts, that is 4 into 70 plus 20 to 24 it is 4 into 40. So, that is 4 into 40. So, that gives your area under load curve, area in kilowatt hours, area in kilowatt hours under load curve. So, if I calculate this, you are going to get 10 to the power of 3, 6 into 40 and 4 into 50, just calculate this. 10 to the power of 3, 6 into 40 is 240 plus 4 into 50 is 200, it is 120 plus again 200 plus 280 plus 160. So, if I calculate these things, meeting okay, right. So, here, so 10 to the power of 3 into 240, 200, 120, 200, 280, 160. You are going to get 10 to the power of 3 into 1200, that means 12 into 10 to the power of 5 kilowatt hours is a number of units generated per day. Number of units generated per day is a 12 into 10 to the power of 5 kilowatt hours. And now we are going to calculate the tariff. So, how to calculate the tariff? There are different types of tariffs are there: simple tariff, block rate tariff, two-part tariff, power factor tariff. So, there are different tariffs are there, but as of now for simple calculation I am considering two-part tariff. So, that two-part tariff is nothing but, so if you see here, just I am writing here two-part tariff. So, that two-part tariff is nothing but, so we are going to charge for the maximum demand, that is A into kilowatts plus B into kilowatt hours. So, here this represents charge for maximum demand and this represents the running cost. So, this represents the running cost. A into kilowatts represents the charge for maximum demand and B into kilowatt hour represents the running cost. So, this we are going to consider, then we are going to calculate the two-part tariff. Okay. So, here we are calculating two-part tariff, that is rupees A into kilowatt plus B into kilowatt hours as I said. So, here I am just considering A is equal to 100 and B is a 0.1. And these kilowatt hours means the number of units generated per day we have calculated. But as they are asking us to calculate the monthly electricity bill, you have to multiply that number of units generated per day into 30. Then you are going to get monthly electricity bill. So, just I am considering here 100 into the maximum demand is how much? 70. If I consider 70 megawatts into the kilowatts, you are going to get 70,000, right, plus B value I am considering 0.1, just consider that value as a 0.1 and then calculate kilowatt hours, as we have already calculated number of units generated per day. So, that is 12 into 10 to the power of 5. If I multiply this with 30, you are going to get monthly electricity bill. Okay. So, if I calculate these things, you are going to get, so here 100 into, it is 70,000, that is 70 lakhs plus 0.1 into 12 into 10 to the power of 5 into 30, it is 36 lakhs. So here 70 lakhs plus 36 lakhs, so that gives here 1 crore, 1 crore you are going to get 6 lakhs. Okay. So this is what your total tariff, 1 crore 6 lakhs. Okay. It is what the theoretical calculation. What we have done is theoretical calculation, and then we have to execute this as a programming. So how to write that as a programming? So first you have to consider the given data as a data function. So just I am considering here as data. So that data is first starting time, next end time and load. So just consider these values as a data, starting time, end time and load. So starting time is here, they are given starting time as 0 and 6. How much load it is given? 40. And then 6 to 10, 6, 10, how much load is it is given? 50. And 10 to 12, how much it is given? 60. And 12 to 16, again it is 50. 16 to 20, how much it is? 70 megawatts. And 20 to 24, it is 40 megawatts. So these are the data, it is a data function I am considering. So in order to fetch the data from the data function, so if I want to fetch the starting time ST, just consider ST which is equal to colon, comma. So which row you want to get? First row or first column or second column or third column. So first column I need to get. So this is what your program code, colon, comma, first column. So that means this ST starting time will store the data which is available in the first column and end time. So colon, comma, in the second column it is there end time, and if I want to get the load data, colon, comma, 3 you have to consider, colon, comma, 3 you have to consider. Next we will calculate the maximum demand. So they are asking us to calculate the maximum demand. How to write the code for that? Max demand is equal to, so you have to consider from the load, that means max load. As we are storing the load data, that is from the third column we are considering. So we have already stored the data. So out of that, which one is a maximum in the load data? So in the load data, what is the maximum? Max of load, that is max demand is equal to max of load. So that gives your maximum demand, and then you have to calculate the units generated. Units generated. So units generated which is equal to, as we have calculated, 10 to the power of 3 into end time minus start time, end time minus start time into load. So that is what your formula, end time minus start time into load. So this into should be as asterisk in the program. Okay, end time minus start time into load. So that is what your unit generated per day. Why I am considering here 10 to the power of 3 means I have to calculate that unit generated per day in kilowatt hours. So that is why I have considered 10 to the power of 3, and then we have to give the input values for this A and B. So input maximum demand in kilowatts, and then input running cost coefficient in kilowatt hours. That, so you have to give the coefficients of maximum demand in kilowatts, and B is the coefficient of running cost in kilowatt hours. So, those values you have to give, so that it will takes bill. The bill value or bill what we are calculating is A into maximum demand plus B into units generated unit generated into 30 we have to consider. So, that gives your electricity bill in rupees. Okay. So, now we will see the programming on estimation of tariff based on load curve. So, here CLC will represent the clear command window, CLC clear command window, and then you are having clear all. Clear all is nothing but which will clears the workspace. Whatever the workspace you are having, that workspace is going to be clears. So, if you see the workspace, where you are having workspace means, so this is what your workspace. If there is any workspace data is there, so that data is going to be clears. Then here you are having again one more command, that is close all. If there is any already opened programs are there, or if there is any already opened graphs are there, so those are going to be closes by using this close all command. And you are having data. So, data command I am giving as a matrix data. So, that is first one is 0 is a starting time and 6 is a ending time, and load is a 40 megawatts in megawatts. Okay, 40 in megawatts. Again the same data totally I have given as a matrix form, and then I have taken start time ST, starting time ST, data colon comma 1 semicolon. So, if I consider this code, that means whatever the first column data is there in this matrix, whatever the first column data 0, 6, 10, 12, 16 and 20, that is first column data. So, that first column data will store in the ST, and then end time ET is nothing but 6, 10, 12, here 16, 20, 24. So, that end time data will store in the ET, data colon comma 2. If I consider the end time data will store in this. Next, load M, load in megawatts. So, that load in megawatts means data colon comma 3. That means whatever the third place data is there, that is 40, 50. So, these megawatts data that will store in the load M. So, here load is equal to load M into 10 to the power of 3. Just I am converting megawatts into kilowatts. So, I need to take the kilowatts data only, because our unit generated per day is in kilowatt hours. So, load M into 10 to the power of 3 I have taken. So, that means load will convert into kilowatts. Then time is equal to end time minus starting time, end time minus starting time. Why I am considered this means, I need to consider the duration between that, how much time we are having, that load present how much time. So, that into load you have to consider. So, unit generated is equal to sum time into load percentage unit generated in kilowatt hours. So, that we have to calculate for unit generated per day. Next, if I see, so this data length data and up to here, whatever the program is there up to here, that is the total program to draw the graph on the MATLAB. So, if you do not want to draw the load duration curve, it is not required. If you want to draw the load duration curve only, it is required. Okay. So, that we will see in the programming. So, in order to directly execute that, you need to write up to from here fixed charge, which is equal to input, enter the cost of the fixed charge, that is A value. Enter the cost of the fixed charge means A value you have to enter, and then running charge input, enter the cost of the running charge, that is B value, and then unit generated monthly means whatever the unit generated per day, and into you have to consider monthly means 30 you have to consider, unit generated into 30 you have to take. Then here bill I am calculating, bill is equal to fixed charge into maximum load plus running charge into unit generated monthly. So, that is what your bill, and how much bill is going to be calculated with the help of this equation. So, we will see the MATLAB programming for this, how to execute that in the MATLAB. just click on MATLAB icon on the screen, then it will display a window like this, then go to file, new, and open the script, and then in this script you have to write the code. Okay, so just in order to reduce the time consumption for this video, I have just already written the program, just opening that program. Okay, I'll open that program and I'll execute that. Okay, so this program is without load duration curve or load duration graph. So just I am directly executing this CLC, clear all, close all. Why all this already explained. Okay, data I have taken in the matrix form data, then start time data which will store the start time and end time. Load M is nothing but load in megawatts, already said. Okay, time ST, ET minus ST, end time minus start time. Units generated is equal to sum time dot into load. So why I have considered this dot means, so in order to here, in order to have the all the values need to consider. So if I only consider time into load means only for the first data it is going to be considered, but I need to consider all the data means time dot into load. If I write, all the data is going to be considered and sum it together. That means first it will consider 6 minus 0 6 into 40, one time it is over. Next 10 minus 6 into 50, next that will add it together, and then 12 minus 10 into 60, that will adds to this. So like that the program is going to be runs. And then fixed charge, here it is fixed charge, it is input, we have to give the input as a fixed charge. Input is nothing but enter the cost of the fixed charge. So how much fixed charge, that is for the maximum demand we have considered, that is 100 megawatts, sorry 100 we have to consider. And then there is a running charge, so running charge we have to consider. So how much it is running charge means enter the cost of running charge. What is that running charge? That is 0.1, we have to consider the 0.1 here. And then unit generated monthly means unit generated into 30 you have to consider. And then bill, so bill it is calculated A into maximum demand plus B into unit generated monthly. So that you have to consider. Bill is equal to fixed charge into maximum load plus running charge into unit generated monthly you have to consider. Okay, so that will execute. So after writing this program you have to save the program and then run this program. This is what the symbol for run the program. Just run this program, just click on add to path, then it will ask, already it will shows the data, whatever the data you have entered, and then unit generated. So it is already calculated units generated, that is 12 into 10 to the power of 5. So the same data we have calculated with the theoretically, unit generated is same, that is 12 into 10 to the power of 5 we have got. Now I am entering fixed cost of fixed charge, that is 100, A value, that is 100 I have entered. Next after entering that, click enter, then it will ask enter the cost of running charge. What is the cost of running charge? It is 0.1. Okay, B value is 0.1. If I click these values, then click on enter, then it will calculate the bill. Bill is equal to 1 crore 6 lakhs. Okay, that is what your electricity bill for the month. So it is giving the bill without load duration curve. So if you want to get the load duration curve, then we have to execute the another program. Just you have to enter, you have to insert some program. Okay, so that it will draw the graph. So that will execute now. Okay, so see here. So this is what the code for that, and then here up to this is a whatever the field I have highlighted, that only I have inserted to have the graph. Okay, right. So here, so T I have considered length L, length data, and time interval, how much time interval I have to consider that on x axis. T is equal to sort reshape, so which will reshape the data and time interval will takes, and then for I have taken the loop, so that it will rotates the loop until load M of n. So the data is completed. Until the data is completed, whatever the data is there, until the data is completed, the load for loop is going to be repeats, and then which will draws the graph. So what values it will consider to draw the graph? That means on x-axis it will consider the time interval t, and on y-axis it will consider the p value, that is power value. So these power values are already taken, and with respect to this it will draw the graph. So for the x label means it will gives the label on the x-axis, that is time in hours, and here it is y label means it will consider the power in megawatts on y-axis. So I have given the label in that, and then you are having axis 0 to 24. So 0 to 24 which will consider axis on the x-axis, and 0 to 100 on the y-axis. Okay. So title, the total graph, that there is a title, so that title is load duration curve or load curve, daily load curve you can consider. So here display two-part tariff calculation. So on the command window it will display two-part tariff calculation. So fixed charge, already we know this, how to calculate this we have already done in the last program. Okay. Then again save the program and then run the program. Okay. So here it will calculate the unit generated per day, and then just I am entering what is the cost of fixed charge. Cost of fixed charge is 100. Then enter, click on enter, then it will ask enter the cost of the running charge. How much it is running charge means, so our running charge value is how much? That is 0.1. You have to consider 0.1. Okay. So after entering that, it will directly shows the bill. How much bill it is? 1 crore 6 lakhs. The same bill you are going to get, and at the same time you are going to get the graph. So this is what your graph, that is it will draw the graph between 0 to 6 it is 40, and then it is from 6 to 10 it is 50 megawatts, and again it is 60 megawatts, like that it is up to 70 megawatts and 40 megawatts, like that. So it will draw the graph. So in order to draw the graph you have to insert the program. In order to get the bill you have to directly write the program. So with this the estimation of tariff based on the load curve is completed. Thank you everyone, thank you for listening this laboratory session.